Hey everyone, welcome to another review, and here's my review for the movie Gold. Yes, Gold stars Matthew McCaughey, Edgar Ramirez, Bruce Greenwood, and Toby Kebbell, and Bryce Dallas Howard, and this movie is directed by Gaghan. And yes, this movie, fun fact about this movie, or fun little situation about this movie, I thought this movie was a 2016 movie. When this trailer came out months ago, I thought this was like maybe an Oscar contender kind of movie. I thought it was supposed to come out in like 2016 and maybe, it might be an Oscar contender. But then I found out it was a January movie for 2017. And yeah, my anticipation just went really, really low. And after seeing this movie, yeah, that sounds about right. This is a January movie. It's not a bad January movie, but it's not a good January movie either. I don't know how to talk about this movie Gold because all the issues I had with this movie, I have to spoil everything. Because everything I had, all my issues with this movie is with its story. It makes no sense, but the only way to really talk about it is if I spoil it, and I don't want to do it because most of you haven't seen it yet, so I can't do that, so I actually gotta make this short, quick, and to the point. This movie isn't very good. It's not a bad movie, but it's not very good. Matthew McCaughey is really solid in this movie. I love Matthew McCaughey in this movie. He was so good. The supporting cast was good too. Bryce Dallas Howard, Toby Kebbell, Bruce Greenwood. They were fine. Edgar Ramirez, he wasn't really that great in this movie. I don't know what it is with Edgar Ramirez. Anytime I am anticipating a movie that he's in, it never ends up being good. It was the same with Hands of Stone and Joy and stuff, and he was in the fucking Point Break movie, which was my least favorite movie of 2015. I don't know what it is. Anytime this guy's in a movie, it just brings the movie down. And he was the weakest part of this movie, and he wasn't very good in this movie. The direction, again, wasn't bad, but for what this director had to work with, it was pretty difficult to make good. Again, the problems I have with this movie is its story, and that's all because of its writing. The writing for this movie is very poorly done. A lot of things in this movie make no sense. The flaws, the nitpicks I had with this movie are just so much. I felt like, again, cinema sins watching this movie. Throughout the whole movie, I'm like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Wait, why are they doing that? Wait, why are they doing that? These characters were all over the place. The story was all over the place. So many things made no sense. There were so many flaws in this movie. I was getting a headache and I was just getting annoyed. The writing for this movie was so frickin' sloppy. Very sloppily written. The direction was fine, nothing great, but the writing was pretty terrible. Like, the writing dragged this movie way the frig down. Same with Edgar Ramirez also did too, that he wasn't that great, but like so many things in the story, it really annoyed me, it really pissed me off, and it just really took me out of the movie, and that's why I couldn't enjoy myself watching this movie. When this movie ended, I was disappointed, and I had zero interest of ever seeing this movie again. That's plain and simple. I couldn't get into this movie, I couldn't get into the story because there was just so many problems, so many flaws. Just like, something just make no goddamn sense of what was happening, and too bad because Matthew McCaughey was so good. I loved Matthew McCaughey, I loved his character, I loved how he looked in this movie. He was so good, he was carrying this movie, but the movie itself isn't very good. Like, the ending is also really poorly done. And again, I wanted to get connected with these characters. Matthew McCaughey is the only character I had a connection with. Everyone else is just they're all such poorly written characters. It's such one-dimensional characters. Again, the writing for this movie is just awful. And that's what really brings this movie way the frig down. The story could have been interesting, this movie could have been interesting, but it wasn't. It was just a headache watching it, and I was so glad it was over when it was done. I was so glad to leave the theater and be like, I'm never watching this movie again. So yeah, I can't recommend this movie Gold. The story, like, it goes all over the place, and there's way too many problems with it for anyone to enjoy. If you don't point out nitpicks in movies, maybe you can just sit down and have fun with it. Maybe you can enjoy it, but I could not enjoy myself watching this movie. There was way too many issues with the story, way too many things didn't make any sense, and yeah, it just took me way out of the movie, and I couldn't enjoy myself, and I can never see myself watching this movie again. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give the movie Gold a 5 out of 10. So yeah, I wish I could go into more details with it, but again, I would have to spoil the whole movie. I don't want to do that, so Check it out for yourself and see if you like it. So yeah, that was my review for the movie Gold. So in the comment section below, please tell me, are you excited for this movie? Are you curious to see this movie? Give me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.